Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly messages for the Twin Flame journey of it's today the 15th of March until the 18th of March 2018. Thank you very much for joining me. I apologise for being a bit late this week with the reading. I've just had a few things going on which has just delayed me a little bit. So we definitely have some angels and that here with us right now. I am having like almost a tuning fork sound in my ear at the moment. So very high frequency around at this time. So I'll just dive right into the reading. So some of the messages I sort of shuffled a few cards before we came online, before I came online, just to get a feel for today's reading. And I pulled out a few different cards and things, and some of the messages that were coming through were to really accept ourselves at this point in time. Sometimes things don't work out how we want or how we planned, and we feel a bit disappointed and disheartened. And the key here, and what the angels are guiding us to do right now, is to trust in ourselves and to accept ourselves for who we are and for where we are right now. Things might not have gone the way we planned, and that's okay. Okay, so we just need to take a step back and accept that what is it is, if that makes sense. Because by dwelling on what hasn't worked, or how we feel disappointed, or how things have not turned out how we wanted, we just keep attracting that back into us. So we need to really lovingly accept ourselves right now, accept our situations, and then focus ahead and sort of try and get our view to a more positive viewpoint. Focus on, as a good friend reminded me yesterday, we need to focus on what we want and not what is. And self-acceptance is really a huge part of that, because we do make mistakes. We don't always do what we wanted to do in a situation, you know, and sometimes we get scared and frightened or nervous, and you know, we might not behave or act the way we want or say the things we want, and we can really beat ourselves up over it later on. But the key is to lovingly accept ourselves, acknowledge what we've done maybe wasn't what we wanted, or what someone has done to us isn't what we had hoped for, but we just need to accept where we are, and then focus on what we do want in the future, and how we do want to behave, or how we do want to say something, or do something, or, you know, work towards what we do want, not what has happened and what has been, because that's already been and it's gone. But by dwelling in that, we're just bringing that back in all the time. So big message from the angels here to focus on what we want, accept ourselves and love ourselves, and move forward in positive thoughts, and not focusing on those negative emotions that come up. Another big message was to listen to our intuition. That's always key. I don't think that's ever not a guidance. You know what I mean? We always need to listen to our intuition. It's always guiding us. They're always giving us signals and signs. It's our job to try and pay attention to them and open up our minds and our eyes and our ears, and follow what our gut instincts are telling us to do. Another message that came through was that for those of you watching your twin flame, so whether that be your masculine, or if you're a man or a masculine energy watching this, then it's your feminine energy, your counterpart. For a lot of us, on this journey, is only just sort of awakening to the twin flame journey. I'm getting that they're not starting at 0 point right now. They've already gone through some awakening, but they're really starting to awaken to the twin flame journey is what I'm getting. So for our counterparts out there, they might have known about the twin flame journey or heard about it, but they were kind of brushing it off, not really understanding it, not really acknowledging it, and trying to run away from it, walk away from it, not get into it. They didn't want to be, what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't want to be drawn into it, I suppose. They weren't interested in finding out what it was and what was happening. But so many of our counterparts at this time are actually realizing that this is a real thing, and they're really waking up to what it means to be a twin and what that twin flame journey actually entails. So that's just another message that's coming through. So for some of us, that's going to make us feel a bit, oh God, you know, like, is this ever going to happen? For others, it's going to make some sense, and it might give us some comfort that finally they are sort of taking this seriously, I suppose. So, you know, and I guess that comes back, if we're feeling like, oh God, are they only just waking up to this now? Then that goes back to the self-acceptance. And by accepting ourselves, we're accepting our twin as well, because they need that at this time, because that's giving them the extra support that they need and the loving kindness that they need right now. So, yeah, so just to be aware that that's going on at this time. And the Kundalini awakening is another message that came through. Now, on the twin flame journey, that awakens in both twins. And for some of us, we may have been on this journey for a little bit. But what I'm getting with this card is that the awakening is happening. The Kundalini is rising up between the twins. So it's the twins' relationship Kundalini spirit is waking up. So, yeah, so just to be aware of that at this time. So it may be causing shifts between you and your twin. It may be bringing you closer. It may be rocking your boat a little bit with things going on that you need to deal with at this time. So they're just some of the messages that have come through for this week. So for some of you, that may be all you need to hear right now. And if so, I send you love and trust that you'll take those messages and get what you need from them. For everyone else, I'm going to continue on with my normal weekly reading. Yeah, but those messages just wanted to come through. So we'll see what the cards bring out as well, because it'd be interesting to see whether they back up that those cards, or whether they, you know, have something different come out. So, got some crystals with me today, so I'm feeling like I really need to hang on to them. So I must be needing a bit of comfort at this time. Rightio, we're going to go with the messages from the fairies again. Seem to be using these cards a little bit. Oh, I've got to put that one down. It's nice and warm. Okay, so what am I going to ask for? I'm just going to ask for a general card here for the relationship between the twin flames. So just a general message to start with on the relationship. So we'll just start with that. It's a card for the twin flame relationship, please. Oh, and two just fell out. Oh, and they were love life and everything's okay. And Love Life says, the basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. Okay. So, yeah, I'm really feeling that as well. The Kundalini rising between the twins is, for some of us, we haven't experienced union yet. But there is definitely change and happening going on, and I just feel every day that it's getting closer and stronger. Our relationship is growing despite there being no physical evidence of it. I know within myself that my own twin flame journey, I just feel the strength from it at the moment and the love from it at the moment. And I feel it getting stronger. Okay, so I just feel that it's gaining strength and love, and it is changing. It's definitely changing from even a month ago. It's definitely changed. And this card shows the male and the feminine, you know, with butterfly wings there. So the transformation is happening, and they're looking straight into each other's eyes. They've got their eyes set on each other. They know each other, okay? They know it's happening, but they're not quite together yet. But that strength is building between them. And I can feel that so much, and I feel so much love and gratitude, and the strength is just amazing right now and just fills me with such joy. So yeah, so that's what's happening for all of you too that are guided to this video. The second card is reassurance. It's everything's okay, you know. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. So as that goes back to that card and what I was saying before, things might not have worked out the way we've wanted, or as quickly or as fast as we've wanted, but everything's okay, okay? We may have made mistakes, you know, or things might not have turned out the way we wanted, but that's okay. You know, we haven't lost at all, haven't lost anything. And in fact, we're growing stronger with each other, okay? That love, that it's everything's okay, because all that's happened has only served us to grow stronger, okay? And our relationship is growing stronger between us. So I really feel as though the relationship is its own separate entity. And so we work on ourselves individually, and once we are both sort of whole individually, then our relationship starts to, you know, grow in strength and in love. So this is how I perceive it. It may not be correct. It may not be how everyone else perceives it. But for me, I see it as two individuals needing to become whole in themselves. And once that happens, that sparks the relationship into life. And then that grows in strength after the other two individuals have been in their own power and in their own strength. They might not be fully in their power and in their strength, if you get what I'm saying, and have mastered all of their lessons, but they are at a point where that strength is so whole within them that can ignite. I'm getting like 80, 75, 80%, okay, is how we need to be within ourselves before this spark, this Kundalini rising between the twins can start in the relationship. So once they get to that 80% within themselves, that sparks the relationship up to start rising, okay? So, and I'm being told that that needs to happen to 50% before union can happen. So that's just what's coming through for me. So I hope that makes sense to you. How I see it is like two pillars at 80%, almost like a bar on a, you know, computer screen, you know, the battery life, but it's upright, and at 80% on each of them. And then the middle one, which is down at 0, once they both reach 80 on each side, then the twin flame relationship rises up and up and up. And I'm told now, they just said that 50%, the relationship needs to be at 50% before union can happen. So I really feel like that strength is rising up so much, and for some of us that may just happen really quickly. For others it may take a little bit of time to get up to the 50%, but pardon me, I've just got something on my nose. For everyone to know that everything's okay and everything's happening, okay, and to really take strength and knowledge and love from the fact that this is happening, and everything's okay, guys. So I think that's a great message there. Okay, I'm going to stay with these cards. How does the masculine view the feminine right now? So I'm just going to get a card on how the masculine views the feminine right now. Okay, how does he see his feminine? Okay, and again, this card's come up, children. Your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. So either so he's either viewing the feminine as someone he wants to have children with. He's viewing her in a childlike way, a childlike manner, with like wonder and awe and just feeling the magic between them. Or he's viewing her, okay, for some of you, I'm getting that the children that you have are a bit of an issue at the moment. So he's seeing your children more than he's seeing you. And that's maybe preventing something from happening here. He needs to take his focus for those masculines off the children and focus on you, his twin. Because after all, yes, they're your children, but they're not you in a way. And he needs to see you. So, a few different messages there. Okay, he views the feminine in a childlike manner, with absolute joy and wonder and magic. Yeah, or he's only seeing your children and not seeing you. Or what was the other one I said? He wants to have children with you. That was the other one I said. Sorry, guys. I just like to go through what I say because anyway, as I'm doing that, 3 cards just fell out of the deck. And one is admit your true feelings to yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself, only know what it is that you truly desire. So that's a message for someone who knows. So maybe that's a message for the masculines watching, I just pulled out a masculine card. You know, to admit your true feelings to yourself, okay? So that's going to resonate with whoever that's meant for. Stop trying to hide away your feelings. You feel something for a reason. You need to pay attention to that, okay, and figure it out. 2 other cards fell out of the deck, and the top one is marriage. So it says the fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss, and I couldn't pick a more perfect card right now. So either this is related to the masculine seeing the feminine as his wife, as his future marriage partner, his future, or that's what he wants to happen. He wants to get married to you. Or it's a marriage of the 2 twins coming together in the physical realm. Yeah, so either he needs to admit to himself that he actually wants to get married to you. Maybe some of you will get married if you're already in a relationship, or maybe it's just the coming together of the union for the 2 of you. Something needs to be admitted here and realized and taken seriously, guys. The other card that came out was dietary change. And it says, improve your diet and your life will also improve. So for those of us struggling at the moment, eating high vibrating foods, getting rid of toxins in our diet, so additives, preservatives, sugars, coffee, caffeine, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs if you take them, anything that is not a high vibing food at the moment is holding you back. So you're going to know what you need to release and change at this time. And this is a card for us to do that so that marriage between the twins can happen. We need to admit to ourselves that maybe we're the ones stopping this union in a way. Maybe we're the ones that for some reason are pushing away the union, because either we're focusing too much on the negative and what has been, or we're focusing on lack, or we're focusing on what they've done wrong, okay, and what they haven't done, and that could be stopping and pushing away the union as well. So just be aware of that. And for some of us, that, you know, maybe we're taking too much consolation in eating the wrong foods right now. So we need to keep our diets high and light, and by doing that we're keeping our own energy systems high and light, which just speeds up union and manifestation of all things in all areas of our life. So I'm not entirely sure who those messages were for, whether that's for them, that's what the masculine's going through, whether that's what the feminine's going through, or whether that's a union card. But I'm actually getting it's a mix. So for those of us watching, there's some people that that's going to resonate with. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then perhaps it resonates with your twin. Okay. Right, I'm going to go to a different deck right now. I'm going to go, how does the feminine view the masculine at this point? Okay, what does the feminine see? How does she view the masculine? How does she view her masculine at this time? Okay, so cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Okay, so she views the masculine as a work in progress. Basically, she's putting in the hard yards. So she's cultivating her life. She's planting seeds where she needs to plant them. She's tending to her produce. She's tending to her lawns. She's weeding out the things that no longer belong in her life. She's filling the soil with nutrients, okay, and fertility, and she's putting those ground steps into place so that her harvest can blossom and be bountiful. So the feminine is so she's seeing the masculine as her harvest in a way. And so she's putting the effort and the time into making sure that her garden is, sorry, just got sidetracked there by that thought. Her garden is well cared for, that, you know, there's nothing that's popping up weeds everywhere. She doesn't want an untidy garden for her masculine. She's trying to prepare her life and herself so that she can present herself as well tended, well cared for, bountiful, blossoming, okay, harvest. So that attracts him in, because there's no thorns and, you know, pests and things in the way. Okay, he's going to be attracted because, you know, when you go past and you see a well-kept field and you think, geez, that looks beautiful, and you go past one that's got weeds everywhere and you think, oh, you know, you're repelled from it. Whereas when there's one that's beautiful, you're sort of drawn to it. So that's what's happening. She sees the masculine as her harvest, and so she's doing everything she can to prepare it, so her life and herself, so that when he comes, she is ready with this beautiful place that just draws him in. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so what is the masculine feeling right now? Okay, what is he feeling? What's the masculine feeling? And so we've got launching into journey. Oh, sorry, launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveller sailing forth into the universe. And this comes back to the twin awakening. So for me, this is saying that the masculine twin is the one typically starting his journey here. He's sort of been nudged into this journey for a little bit. He's pulled away from it, not wanted to do it. But now you can see he's packed his suitcases, he's on it. he's ready to start it, okay? So he may not be at the end, but he's on there. He's on the journey. He's accepted it. He's packed his suitcases and he's ready to go. So he is starting the journey towards the feminine here. And for us as feminines, we need to take great comfort in that, because he's on his way, okay? He's on his way. And for some of us, his journey might not take very long. For others, it may take a little bit longer. But he's feeling his journey right now. So he's feeling not attached to it, but he knows what's happening. He knows what's going on, and he's stepping onto it right now. And he's packed his suitcases. He's ready, okay? This is what the masculine's feeling. He's ready to take the steps forward now to his feminine. So I think that's an extremely positive card. Definitely. So what's the feminine feeling at the moment? What is she feeling towards her man, her masculine? What is she feeling? What's the feminine feeling right now? What is she feeling? Giving birth. Okay, it says, I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. I love this card. I've never actually seen this card in this deck. I love how, I think a couple of weeks ago, I was saying last week that the feminine needed to rest, okay? And look at this. She's resting in this beautiful, glorious, intuitive color here. And she's just protected and nourished, and she's ready to step forward, okay? She's rested. She's calm, she's serene, and she's ready to get up, full of peace. You can see the dove above her. She's ready to get up and start life. She's giving birth to the new way of life. She's let go of the past. She's let go of all the things that have held her back. And she's stepping forward into a new life. So she's definitely been working hard. She worked really, really hard at the end of last year, and to sort of get on top of things, and even into the start of this year. And the last little bit, she's been resting and integrating all the lessons that she's learnt. And now she's ready to give birth to her life, her new life, okay? She's ready to step forward. And I think both cards are mirroring each other there. We're both starting a new start, okay? Together. The two moons are in exactly the same phase, okay? So we're both on the same sort of journey path. We're both at the same level, and we're both working towards each other and giving birth. Well, I mean, that's very quick, isn't it? It's an imminent change, really. An imminent change. Okay, so I just had the decks and I just looked at the bottom card and it said opening to love. Okay, and I think that fits in. It says, my heart is open. I'm going to pull that card out because I think, and then underneath it, sorry guys, is accepting what is, which has been another powerful message. So definitely those messages are there. We're awakening and accepting what is. We've got to accept ourselves, and we're both opening our hearts to love. So for a long time, it's been the feminine who's been opening her heart and trying to attract the masculine in. But now we're getting told that the masculine's doing this as well, okay? He's doing this, and it's ignited the relationship energy in which it's now opening to love, okay? So accept where we are on this journey, because we've been through a lot and may not have manifested into the physical reality yet, the union, but behind the scenes, so much has happened and so much is happening. So much so that, like I said, I really feel that we're both at 80%, and this Kundalini rising, the energy between the two twins has already begun to rise. So, and I feel like union itself is actually imminent between the two. We are both steadily working our way towards each other. So even though you may not be seeing this in your physical reality, definitely know it's true, because I definitely feel it within myself right now. Okay, so we're going to go for a message from the masculine's higher self to him. So masculine, if you're watching, this is a message from your higher self, and I just went to the goddess guidance cards. So this comes from your feminine higher self. As we all have feminine and masculine within us, we're all a balance. So this, okay, I'm just going to confuse you. I'm sorry. So this is a message from the masculine's higher self to him. And what does your higher self want you to know, masculine? Okay, they want you to know that you have an infinite supply. Okay, you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So masculine, if you're worried about your financial situation and being able to supply a fulfilling life and a financially abundant life for you and your feminine, this is saying don't worry about that. Okay, you are infinitely cared for and you always have an infinite supply open to you. Okay, so act as if you have that supply ready and waiting all the time, because it's true, you do. So you have a supply of love, finance, good health, everything you could wish for always is there ready and in infinite amounts for you. Okay, so trust in that. Your higher self is telling you not to worry about lack or the fear of lack in the future, and to trust in the fact that you will always have an infinite supply of everything you need. So, yeah, we're going to stay with these cards and we're going to go for a message from the feminine's higher self to her. So, the feminine's higher self, what do you want us to know as feminines? What have you been trying to tell us and we're not paying attention to? Message from our higher selves to the feminine. What is the message here? Okay, which card did you want me to do? Sorry, I just got confused between two cards. No, this one. Okay, and it's past life. This situation involves your past life memory. So feminines, if there's something that you're worried about right now, something that's playing on your mind, just know that it could be a past life issue that's coming up for you. So something you're perceiving in the now is actually not related to the now in a way. It's related to your past. So it's time to let go of that and to move forward. Okay? And I'm just going to pull that other card that I got confused between. And it's receptivity. Okay, so allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So yeah, definitely. Allow yourself to receive. Feminines, stop giving, and never receiving. Okay, because that just creates this imbalance in your energy field. So make sure that we give in equal amounts as to what we receive. Okay, and you're safe to do that. You're safe to do that, and the world will provide that to you. Okay, it's not selfish. It's actually creating, maintaining the balance. Okay. So, very good. So I'm going to pull a goddess card for the union. So can I please have a goddess card for the union? A message about the union, please, from the goddesses. What's the message for the union? And it is go outside. Okay, so you have been indoors too long, go out and get some fresh air, definitely. Okay, so the message to increase your union right now and to keep it whole is to go outside, ground, spend time out in nature, take that deep breath out in nature. Okay, it's going to benefit you both so much right now. And also what I'm getting is that so many downloads are happening between the twins. So the union energy is rising. To ground that into reality, we need to go outside and plant our feet in the ground and help ground the union energy into the physical reality. I hope that makes sense to you. Right, is there any more messages that want to come out right now? I feel like pulling one more for this. Okay, and it's sacred space. And it says, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So what I'm picking up on is that, yes, we need to go out and ground, because at the moment that energy between the twins is rising. We need to create a sacred space around that, okay? It's precious. It's something that we both want. It's something that the planet needs right now. So we need to create a sacred space around that. So go outside and ground your energy. But if you have a power place in nature where you feel connected and where you feel grounded and whole, then now is a great time to go and visit that place, to connect in, because that's really going to help anchor in the energies right now. And the planet needs it as much as we need it as individuals. Or, you know, you can create a space in your home, an altar, a shrine, and this may really appeal to the feminines out there, where you might put love notes to your masculine, or pictures of you and your masculine, pictures of love that remind you of love, okay, and of sacred love. It's a good time to do that, to set up this space in your home, create a little altar or a sacred space. And I mean, masculines, if you feel drawn to this, please do it too. Because by putting a sacred space there, we're giving honor to that. And we're saying that this is worthy of our attention and our love, for ourselves as individuals and for everyone on this planet. You're creating that energy there. That's makes it easier to manifest into the physical, because you are looking at it every single day and you are putting your energy and devotion into creating it. So that is helping to create it in reality. So very important right now, I feel, to one, go outside and ground, but to also help to manifest it by giving it its place in your home. Okay, you want this love, you want this relationship. So make space for it in your home. Okay, make a sacred space where this is, you know, important to you. Okay, show the world, show the universe that this love is important to you and you deserve it. Okay, and you can pay respects to it and honor it. And by doing so, you're honoring yourself and your wishes. You're not hiding them away. You're recognizing them, acknowledging them, and you are acknowledging your divine counterpart and sending love to them. Okay, sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay, so yeah, very powerful message there. They really want us to do this, okay? They want us to acknowledge this. It's fine for us to be sitting in our bedrooms or our homes going, oh my God, I want this so much, but I don't know how to make it happen, or, oh, it's not happened, and then we focus on the lack of it and things we might have done wrong. But by creating a sacred space where you put representations of you and your twin, or just love in general, you are saying, you are giving a space for the positive, and the rewarding and the beautiful to come into your life, and you are helping to transform the situation. Wow. I actually really want to go to one more message from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. I just really felt called to pull a card here from this as well. So what's the message here from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms? What's the message for this relationship, please? What's the message for this relationship? What do you want us to know right now? The Lady of the Gift, okay? Generosity, receiving, and withholding. I'll just read the message out for this one because I'm not entirely sure of this, but I feel like the universe is giving us a gift right here. They're saying to us, here is a shortcut kind of thing. Here is a way to make it happen. And here we are helping you do this and it will help you, okay? That's what I'm really feeling like they're saying. Let's see what the card says though. Sorry, when I find it. The Lady of the Gift brings a message of tithing. To be your ally, she requires you to look at the nature and method of your giving to others. The world is your church, and you only need to distribute 10% of your wealth to others to ensure that the flow continues. that comes into the giving and receiving. Yes, this doesn't necessarily mean giving money away, nor does it imply a direct action of charity, even though the tradition of tithing is material. In fact, the kind of tithing the lady asks of you isn't tangible or material at all. She's asking you to look at all human beings as important in the divine scheme of things and to show others you believe in them. Pay attention to how you treat people and be mindful of your perception, even of seemingly poor strangers. If you see others as successful and abundant and act as if you believe they have value, blessings all around you are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you could fathom. This alone guarantees your success long term. Remember that you can only keep what you're willing to give. Again, I feel, that's just totally backed up what I'm saying about creating a sacred space there for your relationship, because you're putting effort. It may only be 10% of your effort, but you're putting effort into something here that you're creating a space for. And it says, if you see that as successful and act as if you believe in that, then blessings around you are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you could fathom. So by having that belief, that creating that space, that sacred altar, you are giving that a belief that it's going to happen. Okay, and it's going to be created, and then that just rains down blessings. So on that note, I thank you very much for being here. I hope the reading has had value to you, and I hope that you like it. As in all things, I really appreciate your likes, comments, subscribes and shares. If you feel guided to donate anything, I would be greatly appreciative. I also do readings. I'm just offering them through my Etsy page at the moment, so you can go and check that out if you like. Or if you wish to offer a small donation, then that is greatly appreciated. And you can do that via my PayPal me link, which is paypal.me/Louise Mundy. And I appreciate everything, and I thank you for being here, and I hope you really resonate with those messages today. And I send you so much love and light. Namaste.